What's up, guys? Episode God V1 here, coming at you with a Grand Caravan video. I'm tired of doing all the 7.3 and 7.4 videos. Might just tune it down just a bit here and use my Fly Tampa that I got. I don't know why that's opening. It's weird. I can't remember if the airport was TFFG or TFFJ. It was TFFJ. That must be a hotkey assigned to that, and I'm just tripping. There it is. Alright, so we're gonna fly right up over here now. I know my videos aren't the best, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm not pro, of course. I just do this to have fun. I think other people like me doing these videos as well, so I do it for them. Instead of flap, I guess. We really don't need it. This one is long. But we'll do it anyway. I just think people like my videos, so that's why I do it. I just do it to have fun, to entertain people. I know I probably suck at these, but hey. So I guess I'll advertise this Fly Tampa a little bit too. This is Fly Tampa St. Martin. As you can see, everything here just looks so amazing and real. You got everything that just looks so good. Look at those houses. Everything's actually above the ground right now, which is amazing. It's a bit of a frame killer, unlike Orbix. Orbix doesn't touch your frames. Fly Tampa does, unfortunately. It's the only thing bad. I'm getting a solid 25 frames up in the sky. In the sky, you won't lag. On the ground, you will. But it only seems to really do that on St. Martin. Any other airport, it doesn't. Now, Fly Tampa covers TFFG, TFFJ, TNCM, and SABA. So, I wish I knew the names for those, but I don't. Let's just go by the airport code. Basically what we're going to do here is I'm just doing this to show you guys this really hard landing. Some people don't know about it. Basically what it is whenever you go over here, Fly Tampa did something weird to this airport. They made it realistic. So I heard in real life you have to have a special license to land here, and you have to have a certain plane to do it. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I could never afford to go to this vacation spot, but it's in the island ahead of us. Basically what it is there's a small runway with like absolutely almost no parking. There's like two or three spots, and basically what it is there's a water approach where you can just come in simple, like if I can see an example. No. You just basically come from the water, straight up. That's the best approach, but it's actually not used as frequently as the mountain approach. The mountain approach is very difficult. You have to fly over the mountain, kill your throttle just at the right time, and then kind of almost nosedive. Because you're up pretty high. It doesn't look like it from here, but you are. And the bad thing is there's no approach meter. So you can't set up a proc approach, can't do anything. You basically just go in on visual and you have this little GPS, that's it. Now, visuals are very easy, except for this one. This one in particular really sucks. It's fun, it's tricky, but it does suck. Because the runway is, like, it's at water level, it's at sea level. Maybe a few feet above it, and the mountain is up about as high as us right now, just a touch lower. So you're diving hundreds of feet. I'm not sure what it is exactly, and you can't see the runway until you're over the mountain, so you don't know if you're lined up or not. You just go on reference. Eventually, after you do this a few times, you finally learn where the runway actually is. And I've done this at least 2 or 3 times. Not very much. But flaps up, I guess. I'm gonna wait for that. I've done this at least 2 or 3 times, this approach, as comparison to the water approach, which the water approach I found is way easier for everybody. And this here's a difficult approach compared to the water approach, as you have to nosedive pretty much. A lot of people can't execute this. The problem is you can get on the runway, yeah. The problem is the lineup, which most people can really correct that whenever they finally see the runway. And the biggest problem is the short runway. People have such a hard time trying to stop on it. It's just too long, or too short, not too long. It's not long enough. 7 nautical miles from it, apparently 2 minutes, which we know this default GPS is always wrong. As you can see, I'm overspeed, apparently, which is good, because it's mountain. What you want to do on this approach, kind of a tutorial at the same time as it's fun, but what you want to do is you want to descend to a nice even altitude, and whenever you cut your throttle, you're going to be going so fast already that whenever you cut the throttle, you're going to pull up above the mountain to ditch some speed, and then you're going to descend to pick up just a touch more. So it's kind of complicated to explain, and the GPS helps out a lot with reference, but since this is Fly Tampa and not default scenery, the GPS will be wrong. So if you zoom in far enough, most people don't know this, if you zoom in far enough you can actually get the runway to show up. Most people would already start turning, thinking the runway's right there in between those rocks, and it's not. It's actually it's actually all the way over here towards the end. It's been so long since I've done this approach, so don't yell at me if I miss it. Alright, now you see the runway on the GPS right there. Alright. Flaps full, and we're gonna start lowering throttle. This is where you start to look at your speed, start to maintain it. And you can always know where the runway is as you see that house in front of us with that chimney that's smoking. It's always perfectly lined up with that. Not perfect, but it is lined up with that. It's got a nice little reference of it, you could say. This is the part where you pull up to lose that speed a little bit. You barely want to skim this mountain. Some people go over it so high and then they always miss it. And they don't know why. It's all like, well, you decided you're going to go over it at least 200 feet above it, and that's just dumb. You want to just skim the mountain. I mean, you want to be like 20 feet above it. It's going to look like I'm about to hit it, and I'm not. I'm going to be right over it. It's above this little dip. There we go. So I know we're going too fast too, that's the problem. You can't see anything right now. So you just look out the side for a visual, and I know that we're over it. There's the runway. Oh my god, that was hard, I'm sorry. But yeah, like I said, very difficult. Good luck with that. And that's that little water approach in front of us. Like I said, I just do this to have fun. You know, I don't really do this just to do anything. You know, I don't do this to land perfect. I land perfect on my videos if I'm actually trying to. On this, it was complicated. This is the first time I've done this approach in forever. So guys, I'd like to say, please no negative comments, and don't hate on the landing and stuff. I'm going to put my TeamSpeak in the description, So, if you want to come join my TeamSpeak, you can. We have people. We need more people. If you have any issues with your flight sim, any errors that you can't figure out, come see me. I'm actually flight simulator mechanic over there, so I can fix your FSX, do everything you want. We can have some fun, do some group flights, join our group flights. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And FSX God V1 signing up. Thanks.